my first tutorial. Basically, it's going to be the disassembly of Ultratech or out the fronts that are similar to Ultratech's. Specifically the double action. Double action meaning it shoots out and shoots back in on its own steam, on its own, it has its own force mechanism to engage and disengage. Specifically for Microtechs, you're going to need a proprietary bit. This is not a Microtech brand proprietary bit. This is just a switchbladekits.com proprietary bit. I'm probably not going to put that in the description, but that's what it is, a Switchblade Kits. I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically with Ultratechs and other Microtech style knives, they have these proprietary hardware. So basically it's your standard 1/4-inch driver, and I don't need a drill or a drill driver to remove these. I put a little bit of Loctite on each one. So specifically for Microtechs, one of the things you got to watch for is this is spring loaded to keep it from rattling around. So while you're taking this apart, when you take this apart fully and you pull this scale off, this is spring loaded, and there's a tiny spring in there that'll dislodge and fly across the room if you're not careful. And Microtech will not sell you parts to this, so just be advised. We're gonna start off. Oh, what you'll need, proprietary. I use some cotton barrel swabs, some cleaning swabs, some blue thread blocker, a lubricant of your choice. I like this PTFE by 3-in-1. Doesn't collect a lot of dust, works really good for machines, small machines, and some alcohol of your choosing. This is probably just off-brand alcohol. I use the alcohol to clean with though, but you can use other stuff. There's some gun cleaners out there that work really well. And I like to collect all the hardware as I go. And I got, a little small parts kit, but I just drop them in like an Altoids tin or something so they don't get lost. And there's 6 on an Ultratech, so I'm gonna start by taking these all off. I'm not very good at these tutorial videos, so you can actually make this bit too. I've seen a lot of people do it. I haven't successfully done it. I tried and then lost my patience and went online and bought one. They're like 20 bucks. You can buy both springs and bits from Switchblade Kits for reasonably inexpensive. I will let you know at first though that the springs that they send you are not for the full-size Ultratech. They're for the UTX 85. I don't know if they've added any in there since, but you'll have to cut the spring to have more tension, and that means the spring will always be under tension. So the spring that I have in here now is actually the OEM spring. I just made a new hook on it, and unfortunately it fires harder than normal. So here you go. This is it disassembled. This is the scale. So what you want to do is inside this tab, this button, switch, there is a small spring. I'll show that to you. And this spring is the one I was telling you will fly across the room. So I'm doing this on a forward-facing camera, so if the quality isn't that good, I apologize. I have to use a life-proof mount to get it to so carefully remove. This is like the cam. So basically these little cams hit these little tabs, and when you push forward, there's this center pin. When you push forward, this compresses and grabs, or this extends and grabs this. And when these cams get to a certain point, they push these out of the way. See if I can do it. And it releases the knife under tension. So that won't happen to a lot of y'all's, but I've managed to work this pin out, the pin that actually holds the knife in place. So this is going to be part of the steps. In case you guys have never seen a completely disassembled Ultratech, here it is. I wanted the pin out so I could take it completely apart. The only thing I haven't removed are those little cams. But there's your well, not fully yet, but. So this spring is under tension, so when you go to take it apart, be careful, keep your thumb on it. Fully disassembled. All right, so let's get some of this stuff out of the way. So like I said, I like to use alcohol in a couple barrel swabs. It's been thus far the most useful way to clean. Like a bull in a china shop. If I had my desk organized and cleaned off, I probably wouldn't have these problems. So I just stick that alcohol swab down in there and just wipe out all the gunk. I cleaned this not too long ago, so it's probably not going to be very dirty. But it's probably not a good idea to clean these out very often by disassembly. I wouldn't suggest assembling them very often just because you are screwing steel screws into an aluminum chassis. So over time, you're gonna wallow out the threads. Enjoying my Starbucks on Father's Day. I am a father, so kind of enjoyed my peace and quiet. The family's letting me come back here and make a video. I got a really awesome Father's Day, actually. I got some socks that said, "Foot rub please." I got this, not to get off topic too far, I got this awesome Surefire Tactician. Very bright. Probably just completely blinded you guys. So yeah, wipe everything out real good. Check the cams again. Make sure they're operating properly. Wipe everything down on the other scale. Just get all the gunk off. And as you can see, this was white and now it's quite dirty, quite black. So just with a short amount of time. So I'll go ahead and tell you and I'll probably do a video on this, but the best way to clean these out is to not disassemble them. I like to flush it out with alcohol, brake parts cleaner, carburetor cleaner, any of that stuff works really good. I'll just dump it straight in there with the knife still assembled, and then I'll blow compressed air through it. And I'll do that 6 or 7 times, and then I'll put some of that 3